Okay, so this is Gracie week 1. It's going to be a lot of information, but I've included some slides here. Okay, so the first thing is what learning stage we're in. We're in the acquisition stage. This is when she is acquiring a skill. So this is when we are shaping and learning things to create the desired behavior. That's what we're going to be doing for the most part with Gracie. The next thing is classical conditioning. We are classical conditioning the clicker, so that means click food, click food, click food, to give a anticipation of a good thing after the clicker. So you will receive your clicker as well. The big thing we are going over this week is potty training. So you're more than welcome to pause and read over this, but this is a bunch of the information about potty training that we will also talk about on your go home lesson. She has had a little bit of a hard time potty training, so we are going to be making some changes, and we'll talk about that going into the lesson for this weekend, but this is just as a reminder as well. Other big things we've been working on, as you can see now, is waiting to come out of the crate. I'm not saying anything. I'm opening the door, hooking the leash, and then waiting for her to come out of the crate. If she tries to come out, I just close the door, and then I tell her free, and she's allowed to come out. Then give her lots of love. And then going into the crate, add some leash pressure, tell her crate. When she goes in, take away the pressure, unhook the leash, and there she goes. The other thing is waiting at the door. She's been getting good at this. So we open the door. If she tries to go out, she gets a little bit of a consequence. As you can see, she gets a little pop right there. And then I tell her free when she's looking at me and she can come out. We've also been enforcing a sit there, but not saying the sit. We'll go over this in the lesson as well. So same thing coming in, but she didn't really want to come in. So this was kind of hard to show. I told her free to come in, and she was kind of like, I don't really want to. So she came in, but we're going to turn around and go back out again. So again, no pressure at all, opening the door, not saying anything, and then when she looks, telling her free. So operant conditioning, we are going to be using positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. So this means we are using upward leash pressure. We're going to take away that leash pressure, that's the negative reinforcement, and then positive reinforce that with the click and reward. So you'll see here, she's kind of squirrely, but when she sits, she gets the click and the reward. She wanted the toys more than the food, so that's what we went with. When she lets go of the toy, it goes away, and we try again. I'm trying to bring her into that heel position so we can shape it later. So as you can see, the upward pressure, and then as soon as her butt hits the ground, the upward pressure goes away and she gets the reward after the click. So she's going to play a little bit, and then she's going to drop it. Okay, it goes away. I bring her back into that healing position. Upward pressure, upward pressure, a little bit of guidance on the butt. She's very squirrely. This is not hurting her, but she needs that upward pressure as like kind of a, like this is what you need to do. So she butt on the ground, click and reward. And then this is just going to repeat for the remainder of the clip. Socialization is a big thing in puppies. Socialization, it does not mean going to say hi to everybody or going to say hi to every dog. It simply means being able to be neutral in these environments. So we were at the park before class. So when she gives me her attention, I'm clicking and rewarding and giving her food, walking away from her, clicking, rewarding, giving her food. If she looks at something, I'm telling her she's a good girl. And then when she comes back to me, she gets the reward. This is going to be a good foundation for her recall later as well. Here we are working on her loose leash walking using lots of luring. Your back is going to hurt from leaning down. So luring, clicking, and rewarding when she's in the position that I want her to be in. Again, I'll show you this at the go home lesson, but not using any pressure or anything like that. Keeping the leash nice and loose as a safety precaution. Walking away, and then when she comes back into the position that I want, clicking and rewarding her for that. As you can see, she's just kind of hopping around, having a good time. So this is us using treats, and then later in the video, you'll see us using a toy as the reward as well, which she seemed a little bit more interested in. Right now, again, this is just the acquisition period. So this is her acquiring the skills. So we're not looking for any type of like fluency or anything like that, but we are looking for consistency in the behavior and consistency in our behavior. So making sure that we are always clicking and rewarding for the good behavior, making sure that we are always giving her the direction we want, making sure that we are always being clear with communication. So right now I'm adding that upward pressure to get her to sit in that heel position like I showed earlier. Squirrely girl. She sits, pressure goes away, click, reward, and then she gets to be free. This is us going with the toy that you'll be able to see as well. Any questions will be answered in the go home lesson, or you're more than welcome to reach out to me with any questions at all. This video is for reference if you are confused and how to go about certain stuff and whatnot, and is also for keeping track of what she's learning.